It is said that education is the key to success. The Grenada Development Bank believes this to be the truth. Hence the reason we have made it our prerogative to ensure that your key is in safe hands with us. Here is how you can unlock your success with an education full-time tertiary level education. If you are a permanent employee who wish to study while continuing your employment, then our work-study loan is for you. Our special student loan is in collaboration with the government of Grenada, geared towards vulnerable persons who would like to pursue higher level education. Remember, you must have proof of admission from a recognized institution here at home or abroad. All our loans are 100% financing with interest rates as low as 5%. Get your funding from GDB today for your tertiary level education, your technical training or vocational training, even professional development, with up to 12 years to repay. Your future success is today. Grab it now.
You're listening to Hard Talk Grenada via www.hardtalkgrenada.com.
My enemies' walls are bound to crumble, and to the floor their spears will fall. I've been made and sealed with love, but time to battle, I'll fight them all. I felt the whips and remember chains, but my sword has been forged by my father's flames. Fight your fears and heal your pain, and victory will be in your name.
I used to be weak, but I'm not weak no more. I found the strength of my ancestors deep down in my African core. I used to be frightened, I'm not afraid no more. The Father blessed me with the heart of a lion and a warrior soul. So no weapon that form against us shall not prevail. And no man that rise against us, that war they shall never win. 'Cause I will conquer, oh I will conquer, yes I will conquer, conquer them. Come on, let's conquer, oh I will conquer, rise up and conquer, conquer them.
Good morning, Grenada. Yes, it is Hard Talk for yet another day. It is Wednesday, the 27th day of June, 2018. My name is Devon Romain. I'll be your solo host this morning, just for a while. Sheldon is running a little bit late, so hey, the show must continue. We can't sit down. Good morning to all those who have joined us so far on different radio stations. Yeah, 89.5 CRFM out there in Monjaloo. 97.5 City Song in River Road. 92.9 Carriacou. Good morning, Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And in Brooklyn, New York, 94.9 We Vibes Radio. Good morning to all, and welcome to another session of Hard Talk. I said, my name is Devon Romain, and I'll be your host for the time being. Yeah. The numbers you can call is 440-7377. That's our local line, 440-7377. And 347-329-3101. That's our overseas line. Yeah, and it's basically an open line. Let's have a chit chat, discussion. Yes, pleasant good morning to all our politicians. Yeah, happy birthday to the Honorable Delma Thomas. Good morning to you, ma'am. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Blessed morning to you. Yeah, the Hard Talk family wishes you all the best today. Hey, boss, make sure the lady well taken care of, you know. Understand? Handle your business. Yeah. Understand? I know some big restaurant or what and what, you know. Treat the lady right. Yeah, good morning to all our senior, the silver-headed persons of our nation. Yeah, our senior citizens, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day, beautiful morning in Spice Country, pure Grenada. Good morning to the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force, the Prison Service, Immigration, Coast Guard, all the security persons around the island, wherever you are. Good morning to our bus drivers. Good morning. Pleasant morning to everyone. Kami, good morning to you. And the bus terminus and all the other vendors. Yeah. And so, what I'm missing, yeah, to all the NNP hardcore supporters and those who, hey, can't sit down. Good morning to you and good morning to the nation. You know? And so, hey, it's fast approaching the ending of another school term. And yeah, our children will be home for an extended vacation. July, August, and back to school in September. So hey, we got to be mindful as parents of a lot of things when it comes to our children. I think we have our first caller. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, my dear brother Devon. How are you?
Good morning, Miss Jacob. Nice to hear your voice this morning.
Yeah, boy, I can't sit down. The gong
No, you
dirty,
can't.
the gong wet.
You can't sit down.
No, I can't sit down.
He dirty, you catch germs. He wet, you catch cold.
Yeah, and I don't want to catch a cold.
No. You can't afford for that. So how you doing?
I'm fine. Well, I start to celebrate from yesterday.
Oh,
The
yeah?
Lord give me health and strength when I celebrating.
What you celebrating? Birthday?
Yes,
Today-
my birthday would be coming up on the 10th of July. I will be
Okay. So we have a
17 years of age.
so we have a date. Young lady, we have a
Eh,
date.
eh.
All right.
Your mother was.
Don't let nobody else come and push you that sort of thing,
Nobody can
We
still
have
drive
a
for me.
date.
Your
Must take out that young girl. Oh,
And
Miss
again,
Jacob.
this morning is my wonderful, beautiful sister body.
Yes,
Man, now,
Sister
I'm
Delma.
giving her all the best
Yes.
she have in the world.
A wonderful
But don't
lady.
mind she trying to push me out. But I'm giving her licks. Yeah, man.
All right, Miss Jacob. So hey,
that's
so you all
nice.
right?
And
You
what
good?
about them, Sheldon?
Well, he's all right, he'll be a little bit late this morning, but hey, the show must continue, and so we
And
just
good
can't sit
morning
down.
to Mommy George. Mommy George and my beautiful, handsome brother. He coming on, by the grace of God. He coming on.
Yep.
Coming on. I tell her when I call her any day, she has to tell me, hey, Teresa, you know something? You brother get up and come in the pot and take your food. By that day, I will laugh, I'll jump up. Knowing that my brother get up for himself and go in the pot and take your food.
That's good. That's good news.
So you all go have a wonderful and a blessed day. God bless
Yes.
you, brother Evan.
Yes, we do. And you, Miss Jacob, you have a wonderful day.
And you too, sweetheart.
All right, you take care. Love
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Yes, that was Miss Jacob. And hey, again, a good morning to all our senior citizens, or silver-headed, persons of our nation, those who have contributed so much to our country, to where it's at right now. We must say thank you to them, and ensure that, that they enjoy the rest of their youthful life, that God has given to them. Good morning to all of you on the live. Special good morning, wherever you are. Toronto, Sonia, New York, Baltimore, wherever you are. Miami, good morning to all of you and welcome. It's another beautiful morning in Spice Country. A little bit of cricket news here. The men and women of steel in the South, they have done it again. They have done it. The men and women of steel have defeated St. George's Northeast. In the cricket match yesterday. That's in the Dr. Mitchell T20 cricket match. Wow, congratulations to Honorable Nicholas Steele and his team. Well-deserved victory. So what we have right now, we have 3 winners. Okay, the last 3 winners. We have the South, we have St. John's, and I think we have St. Andrews Northwest. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. So we have 3 teams. Now, let's wait and see what will happen, because it either would be a round robin among the 3, or one of the teams will have a bye, right? Based on the dipping system. So if you dip 1, 2, 3, perhaps 1 and 2 will play, and then 3 get a bye. However, the organizers see fit to organize it. Hey, it's going to be an exciting semifinals coming up very soon, either between St. John's, St. George's South, and I think St. Andrews Northwest, right? If I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, correct me. Okay, please. I don't want no constituents watching me hard and what and what. So hey, so the so the Dr. Mitchell cricket competition is at its semi-final stage at this point in time. 3 teams vying, right, for that championship. So hopefully we will see semi-finals perhaps sometime, by the end of this week or one day next week, and the finals soon to come. Right, so congratulations to the 3 winning teams, right? And hey, may the best team win. All right. Hey, St. John's, Fisherman birthday is fast approaching the 29th. Friday, it will climax on Friday in Guave. Well, the regular street jam and everything like that. Plus a number of other activities, and so had been planned by the organizers. And so one very interesting thing I saw that they had for the fishermen, and so was when they had the financial institutions and NIS, and so come in and have a discussion with all the fisher folks, and so the men who go out on the sea, the vendors, and so, and in an effort to help them plan as to how the whole financial state, and so, because traditionally you'll find most persons in the fishing industry, and so they have money, but look at the activities. Look at how most of them have progressed over the last couple of years. Not much movement. And I think one of the problems, as was seen by the organizers, was the whole question of financial control, proper financial control, Take care of your finances, plan better. And so, because the fishing industry is a lucrative one, right? And persons have been, over the years, decades, have been making a livelihood for them and their family, right, in fishing. So it was a good move, right, among a number of other initiatives they have taken. But that one, I think, was one of the best thing. Involvement of fishermen, fisher folks, and so in the NIS, right? They are self-employed, but hey, they should pay NIS. They need to understand that retirement age is close and everything like that. So that whole initiative, I think, was one of the highlights so far for our fisher folks, and so of St. John. So congratulations to the organizers on well done so far, for a fisherman's birthday. It was a 2-week session leading up, which will climax on Friday. And so hey, kudos to all of you, and continue the good work, continue giving the fisher folks encouragement, right, to do what they are doing, right? That is what they have been doing for years. And now we have been seeing a lot of young fisher folks around the island, persons investing in boats, in nets, and so, right, to ply that trade. So hey, congratulations to all of you. And we hope that, you get the, necessary support that you need as you continue on your journey. Okay. Yeah, the number is 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Give us a call. Let's have a discussion of anything. The carnival season again is fast approaching, and hey, we know what needs to be done. Health concerns, and so the care for our children, and everything like that, we have to, have this, continue having this discussion. And so, especially about our festive season, how we conduct ourselves, right? Our drinking habits. And so, the drivers, right, have to be patient, and lots of things that we have to take into consideration around this festive season. We know our children would be on vacation. Some of them are already, right? Some of them will be out on vacation as from Friday, some of next week, right? Our drivers out there, be careful. You'll have more pedestrians on our street, young children out there running up and down, playing, and so, right? Some of them may not be fortunate to be living close to a playing field. So as we used to do before, right, we use the roads and so to play a little cricket, a little football. It's not the best or the safest thing, especially around now where we have so many vehicles on the road. So I'm begging, right, when you see a group, 1 or 2 children or a ball come across that street, drivers, be cautious, right? Pay attention to our young ones. Please pay attention. And to our young ones out there, be careful, right? How you go along your business, especially in the public roads. Pay attention, right? Especially you young ladies and young men with the gadgets. And so, walking in the road and have your eyes glued to the phone and not even knowing that a vehicle is approaching you. Got to be careful. We got to look out for each other, right? Health issues, right? Now it's the festive season, right? The encouragement for all vendors, persons who continue to do that business of providing food and so on the side of our streets or in our booths and so around the Carnival and the Rainbow City Festival, in the Guave Fish Friday and all the other activities around now. Want to continue to encourage you to keep going to those training, right? Refresh your memories, be involved, right? Sensitize yourself about how you conduct yourself and business around this festive season, right? The license, the badge is important. Ministry of Health, of course, is putting on a number of seminars around the island to enlighten and to refresh vendors, both old and new, right, as to what is expected of them during the festive season. So I'm appealing to all of you. If you have the opportunity to go to all of them in St. Andrews, in St. George's, and so I think for the western side, and so please go out there, right, and get involved. A healthy nation is a wealthy nation. We don't want persons out there selling to our people and they are not of proper standard, right? They are not doing things the right way. And so, right, so please get involved. Do what needs to be done, right? To all of you on the live, hey, just like and share, right? Like and share, and so, right? Our children, I'm sort of concerned and continue to be concerned about the vacation time for our children, especially around this summertime, right? Our children is home. And so I want to urge parents, guardians, right, to get your children involved in some sort of summer program, some sort of activity that will occupy them during that couple of weeks that they are home, right? Get them involved in their peers. Some of the schools have summer programs. Some persons privately have programs that they put out, football, cricket programs, swimming, whatever it is you can get your child involved in. Maybe a cost, small cost if you can afford. And so get your child or your children involved in something productive over this summer holiday. Don't just leave them idle, unattended. Don't leave them with persons that you're not sure they can provide the best care, right? And so don't just leave them home alone, especially the younger ones, the 10 and unders, and even the 12 and 13-year-olds and so, right? Try as much as possible to keep them in check, get them involved, let them stay out of trouble. That is our future. We must now plan to ensure that the direction that they take is a direction that will enhance, right, the growth and development of our country. It's not just about us, but it's about them and the future of Grenada. They got to live in Grenada in the next 50, 60 years when some of us are gone. Let us help prepare them, right, for what is to come. Don't just leave them idle outside, unattended over the holiday and so on, think that they will be all right. Have a talk with them, find out what they want to do, where they want to go, and everything like that, and get them involved. It is very important that we pay attention to our children over this holiday, right? We have the gastroenteritis, the dengue, all these things, going around. We have to watch our children eating habits and their drinking habits. Parenting is not an easy thing. A lot of us know. A lot of us has not been good mothers and fathers and so, but we're still there, right? Continue trying, continue doing the good work that your children expect you to do. They expect you to be their rock, their protector. You're not a superhuman, but just be there for your children when necessary. You may not be there as a father or mother every day, right? But as much as possible, try your best to be part of their lives. And so, right, they would benefit, you would benefit. And Grenada as a country would benefit and develop. Don't take it for lightly. Our children is the future. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, how are you?
Not too bad.
Everything okay?
For the time being, solo this morning.
But the result of the match yesterday.
Yes.
But I got a result from just now, but I don't know the score. Alright?
Yeah, I didn't get the details as yet, but
I understand the South win again.
Yeah, the men and women of steel.
Okay, congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
And brother Devon, I share your sentiment concerning the children that will be on vacation. Alright? I want to advise parents. Because some of them walking.
Could you lower your radio? Could you lower your radio a little bit, please? Get a little feedback in the background.
Yeah, there.
Right. Just lower it down a little bit.
Okay, that's all.
All right.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I want to advise parents, alright, to make sure that they leave the church with someone responsible person. Because sometimes parents we're going to work and they have to leave the children somewhere. Alright? Don't leave them with anybody. Someone that you know that they don't care. Alright? But leave them with somebody responsible, someone that care about them, so that they know when you leave the children with that person, you can have trust that person will take care of your children or your child. Alright? I want even some parents get to make sure that you get your children involved in, so I would say, in some summer course. Alright? Let it occupy doing something. Then it just the idling. Alright? And I want to say, as the children are on holiday, I wish each and everyone will be in better health, and they will be properly protected from those devious men that try to be a prey upon their life. I want to say to the parents, make sure your children are properly protected, and that when you know you leave them with somebody, you don't have to wonder what is going on. All right? You have to, because once you leave them with somebody, you have to know that that person you leave them with, you will properly secure your child. Because when they're working, you have to wonder where the child leave that person think. All right? And even though you leave them with somebody and you don't confidence that person, don't leave them. Find somebody responsible, find somebody that care about children, and see your child as their child. All right? Because sometimes in life, so I go say, yes, I do that, but when they turn them back, what they see, how they treat your children. All right? But you have to leave your child with someone that care, and see your child as a child, and don't see as doing it because you are his friend. And when you turn back, what they are saying to your child, how they treat your child. But to make sure that your child is properly secured when you leave them with somebody. All right? And Brother Devon, where's Sheldon? Reach yet, huh?
No, he reached yet, but he'll be here soon.
Okay. Well, you have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Well, Sunday, General Council.
Yes.
All right? So you all about good there.
All right, my friend. You take care. Yes, yes. So I was saying, the children, I mean, that's our future, right? We have to be mindful of what we do, how we, put things in place, right, to take care of them. It's a serious matter. Yeah, most of us, we may not have everything what it takes to give our child, our children, and so, but let's do our best. Let's do our best, and so, and there are some parents out there who, I mean, in my view, they're selfish, yeah? Some mothers and some fathers and so. And you can't be selfish when you're raising children, right? It will rub off on them. It's not a good thing, right? I don't want to go too much into that, but just to ensure that, a word of advice to all our parents and guardians. Our children are one of our greatest assets. We must take care of them, right? And what better way than to provide the environment for them to learn, right, the good things of life. Yes, they will get involved in things that you don't want them to get involved, but that's life, that's growing up. But it's how we manage those situations is what is important, right? Because your child would not be home with you or with you 24/7. Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Devon?
Yes, good morning.
Listen, the South won the match last night. We 117 to 118.
Wow, that was close.
And I'm on the team that show my hair.
Oh my God! Congratulations.
Nobody can beat man and woman of steel, boy.
Congratulations.
Well, they
to you,
say, we ain't no game to play again, so we waiting on between, because we already played 3 games already. So we waiting on between Guav and the next team. Anybody win, we go play against them.
All right. So, well, hey, let's wait and see when let's wait and see when the next round of fixtures come out. All right.
Waiting.
All right, my dear.
Okay, and have a blessed day.
You too. Congratulations
okay,
again.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, the South, men and women of steel. Yeah, you got the bragging rights. Oh, you understand? Yeah. Another thing I want us to continue paying attention to. We into the official hurricane season, and we have to be mindful of the methods and the preparations that we have to make, right, for the hurricane seasons, for the next couple of months, when we expect lots of rain, different weather systems and so, right? As NAGMA, the official voice, right, of disaster in Grenada, and so always, right, tell you to prepare. Your 7 to 10 days of drinking water in storage, clean containers for your family, right? First aid kits, and so, right? Cash, not much, but cash in hand, and so, right? Have the necessary, food stuff that can last, canned foods, the biscuits and so in the tin if you can afford, right? And all these things that you can hold on to, right, and utilize in case a disaster, whatever the disaster is, strikes and you cannot go to the supermarket, you cannot get outside for the next 2 or 3 days, right? Very, very important. As a nation, we be prepared, right? And NAGMA has always been the voice and will continue to be the voice, right, of preparedness when it comes to disaster. Do not take this thing lightly. The hurricane season, right, is here, right? I mean, no one wants a hurricane to pass through Grenada again, but we have to be prepared. We do not know when it will happen. So preparedness is the best way possible, right? Have a hurricane plan for your household, for your communities, right? And so, persons that are disabled, and so in elderly persons who may not be able to move, and so the shut-ins and so in the communities. I mean, despite NAGMA has a plan, or the Ministry of Health has a plan to deal with that, but as a community, As individuals living within a particular area, you must identify all these things and ensure that something is put in place to take care of these persons, right? If and when a disaster strikes. We have to be our neighbor's keepers. We cannot only look out for ourselves in times of disaster, right? You may not be affected, but your neighbor may be affected, and we must be in a position and prepared to give a helping hand, right? This is not a time to be selfish. If you see your neighbor not preparing or has not been doing the things that you expect them to do, have a discussion. Open a discussion with your neighbors or person within the communities, right? There's a huge drain there that in case of plenty rain and so it overflows, it could create, long-term damage to something down the street or right around the area. Let us get together as a community and get it done. Let us be prepared. Unblock all the drains. Get rid of all unwanted garbage and unwanted containers and these things around your house. Do your best to get rid of them. And we're not just looking, when you get rid of your garbage, not just looking at the whole question of the disaster, but the question of health, dengue, the mosquito, the breeding places for mosquito. We must not create and make the conditions favorable for mosquito to breed and multiply. The long-term effect on you as an individual, your family, your community, and a country is enormous. We have to be mindful of that. It may not affect you as an individual, but it may affect parts of the community that it may have, long-term effects. So let us together do what is necessary to keep our surroundings cleaned. It is part of our everyday, it should be a part of our everyday activity. Not because it is not your home. You will not encourage or talk to the neighbor and tell them to do that, right? When a disaster strikes, when the rain falls, it don't fall on one man's house top. Remember that. All of us will be affected, right? So let us together do what is necessary to keep our surroundings clean, to be prepared in the event of a disaster. Very, very important. Good morning again to all of you on the line. Hey, good morning to you, Minister Stubbs and his wife, visiting from the U.S. Yeah, we hope you're enjoying, having a wonderful day, right, in Grenada. And, your stay. We hope that everyone will try to make it as comfortable and so on, enjoyable for you, right? So, hey, have a wonderful day. And so, and to all of you again on the live, good morning to you, and hope you having wonderful, wonderful day. All right, the question of garbage. I've been looking at some developments, via the news and so. And we have been noticing as a people, as a country, that persons are beginning to get more careless and so with the disposal of their garbage. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Hello. Yes, good morning. Hello? Again, we're getting that person well, though. Please try again to give us a call. Yeah, I was saying, the disposal of unwanted waste is very important. The proper disposal. The company or those who are responsible for the disposal of garbage has been continually putting out releases, encouraging us, warning us of the dangers, right, of not properly disposing of the unwanted garbage. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, my dear. All right.
Listen to me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your positive words are you cannot do. I have something to say this morning, and I know a lot of people is going to bet. I am not a minister of government. And a lot of people coming here to me and complaining about things that happen to them. Look at a lady in front of me here right now. She from the carnage. She upset. She coming to me and complain about where she living watching. The break she threw her house in before election and put the board on her house, and the lady need help. And it's not me that she come to. They should come into me. And the lady is very upset. She's saying, look at her here, her witness here. She's saying she gives the government 8 votes. And it's not fair to me because I'm not a minister. I don't work for the government. So I'm appealing to the people in charge. Go on the carnage and find out about the people and try to help them. Because it's not fair. Right? She know the minister and his friend, and she telling me she not seen him. And they're not supposed to come to me. I don't want nobody to come to me because I'm not a minister. And they must have the people to help these people. Because people come in here and complain and cursing me. They come here and curse me, you know. I need help for myself. I need help for myself, brother. You understand me?
Yeah, I understand.
So I would like the people in charge to go and see that lady and try and help her. And I don't want nobody else to come back here to torment me. Don't come. I am not working with the government of Grenada and the terminal trying to make $1. Right?
All right.
Look at the human here.
All right, well,
Thank
hey.
you very much and have a good day.
All right,
Cami.
Cami.
Get help for them.
Have a wonderful day, Cami. Good morning to everyone on the bus terminals of our country. Hey, Cami, what I can tell you, you can say what you want or feel whatever. You are a person that almost everybody that pass through that terminal, they will have contact with you. They will relate to you issues that they may not relate to other persons. You know, and I'm glad that persons like you are there to talk to person, to give them advice. And so, I know sometimes it's irritating that persons come and complain and, you know, sharing their concerns and so, but hey, you still give them a listening ear, and that is what is important. You understand? You are a caring and a loving woman, not just to elderly people, but to children. You understand? So, hey, continue to, you know, to extend a listening ear. You may not be in a position to help, right? But you can effect change. You know, by calling the program, by, you know, talking to persons who you think may help and everything like that. That in itself is a lot you're doing. So don't feel bad, you know, of what you're doing. You're doing what you have to because that's who you are. Cami, you can't change. And nobody wouldn't change you. So continue to, you know, to do the good work, to you know, because people appreciate you. They appreciate what you have been doing for them, the children, and so the family. And so hey, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all because you are there for a particular reason. Trust me. You know? Yes, the disposal of our garbage, man. I've been looking at the television and noticing so many different dump sites popping up their head around this country. In the south, right? Mount Hartman. In St. David's, in St. Andrews, in St. Patrick's. And so we have been seeing sites, different spots of illegal dumping, right, in our country. I'm appealing to those of you who are doing it to stop the practice. Right? The garbage companies, right, and the authority have been providing free service for the disposal of the different types of garbage. They have been doing that for years. They have been giving information. All you have to do is to get in touch with them, contact them, call them, make an appointment so they can have the different, you know, garbage persons, companies, and so come and dispose of the garbage that usually what they call white goods, bulk goods, and so fridge and stove and things that you don't normally pick up on the regular morning pickups and so. We have to be more conscious of the health situation in our country. The rainy season is fast approaching. Mosquitoes is on the rise. We are the ones eventually that is creating that problem for ourselves. And then we turn around and blame governments. We blame ministers. And we ourselves have to take the blame. I mean, to some of you builders, homeowners, truck owners, persons who are engaged in that illegal practice, I'm making that appeal to you right now to stop. To please stop. Eventually, government will start, or the police or the law will start to take its toll on some of you, and you may not like the results. But it's for our own good. It's for our health. If we continue to dump illegally in all the different areas, as we call them, hiding areas and so, what will happen to our country? I mean, we are creating a time bomb when it comes to the different types of disease, right? Especially related to the mosquitoes, the rodents, the mongooses, we have to keep on doing things that will enable us to live healthier and more comfortable within our communities. You see your neighbor harboring different types of things that you know would bring roaches and ants and rats and mosquitoes. Talk to them about it. Yes, they may be mad, but it's there for their health too. Talk to them of the importance of getting rid of the garbage or disposing of the garbage properly. If they don't want to hear you, go to the Ministry of Health and report it. Ask them to come and talk to your neighbor or persons within the community who you see are illegally dumping, and don't be afraid. They can only vex for a day or two, but it's for their own good. Go to the Ministry of Health and report and say, look, I've seen this thing here and it's affecting not just me, but the community, and we need something to be done about it. The derelict vehicles all over the place. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the police and other, interested persons, parties, have a drive going on removing the derelict vehicles from alongside the roads. Right? That is a health hazard. You don't want to do it, they will do it for you and they will bill you. And you have to pay. So come on, people. Let us help out a situation. Let us be mindful. This Grenada is ours. Grenada, which include Carriacou and Petite Martinique, is a beautiful, beautiful country. We must be proud of it. Persons who have not yet visited Grenada is giving us so much kudos of what is going on in Grenada, the development. Yes, our health system is not of the best, but it's a work in progress. We have come a long way. We are doing much better than we were doing before. Our people are beginning to understand and participate in the development of our health sector. The government is taking the lead. So we have to give them the support. Things are moving in this country. It only takes reckless, careless, irresponsible persons to turn it around. God forbid that we continue dumping illegally all over this country and a serious outbreak of dengue or gastro or whatever case, disease that is related to mosquitoes and the rats and so, God forbid, our country will be in trouble. We, as the inhabitants of this country, will be in trouble. Our children, the future of this country, will be in trouble. Do not take this thing lightly. The Ministry of Health is spearheading the education, the drive to ensure that we have good practice when we come to disposal of the different types of unwanted garbage. This is a call to all of us here in Grenada. Respect each other. Do the right thing. Not because you don't want something that you will throw it in somebody else's place. And we keep on saying that's abandoned land. We could throw it here and throw it there. No, there is no abandoned land in this country. If it is not belonging to government, it is somebody's property. Stop it. Especially some of you truckmen and builders. Yeah, a lot of you are guilty. I'm not painting a broad brush around, but there are a lot of you who are guilty of illegal disposal of garbage all around Grenada. Some of you are getting paid to bring it to Perseverance, but instead, you're looking for the closest place to dump it. You have to stop that practice. And very soon, the police will take more serious action. They have been doing it already, but they will continue to apply the law when necessary. And when that hammer, when the consequences, come down on you, don't cry foul and blame the government, but blame yourself for what you are doing. The health of this country is very important. That is why I am continuously talking about the practices that we keep on doing. It is not good. Be mindful that we all have to live here. Right? A great part of our economy depends on tourism. Would you like to, for visitors, whether it's, visitors from Grenadians coming from abroad, wherever, for vacation, or persons from North America, Europe coming here and seeing a Grenada that we portray as pure and beautiful, but when they reach here, they see a garbage-infested country? Do we want to see that in the future? No. So we have to stop doing what we're doing. We have to do things much better. Best practice. More education. Don't only depend on government or the Ministry of Health. A lot of us know what we need to do. And stop relying on governments or the ministry or whatever to tell you what to do when you already know. It's like children growing up. You keep on constantly telling them that, look, when you wake in the morning, you have chores. You have to bathe, you have to see after the animal, you have to sweep the house. But yet for all, you continue telling them that every single day that has to be done. Some of us grown up folks are like children. We have to beg and beg behind you to do something that will benefit you, that is in your own interest. We have to stop that. We are an independent nation. We should be an independent thinking people. We are independent enough to go to the polls and put one political party in office, because we saw the importance of doing that. It wasn't a fluke. The Grenadian people understood that, look, what they want in the future and who will propel them to that. The new National Party led by Dr. Mitchell. It is the same thing. To build, continue for Grenada to be a beautiful country where persons can come and relax and enjoy it, we have to do what needs to be done when it comes to our practice of disposal of garbage. We do not want Grenada to become a country, an island of dumping garbage all over the place. In my view, I will always continue to advocate for government at some point in time, when funding is available or so, to put litter wardens around the place, or to enhance, right? Continue to enhance the whole, garbage disposal methods. We have to act more responsible. To you drivers out there and passengers in the buses and the different vehicles, stop throwing garbage out of the vehicle while the vehicle is moving. Stop and put it in a garbage can. It is not good. It's so disgusting when you see a bus passing or any other vehicle passing and the occupants just fling out styrofoam cups and bags outside, bottles and so, right, to litter the place. Come on, that's not good. It's not a good practice. And sometimes I applaud some of the bus drivers for not having persons eating in their bus. Yeah. Sorry to say, but I applaud that practice. Because some of us, when we eat in those buses, we dispose of our garbage right there in the bus for somebody else to discard of it. That is not fair. Yes, you're paying for a ride, but you're not paying to empty garbage in a private property, in somebody's private property. I mean, the bus owners and drivers and conductors have to clean it. You are telling them that what you're doing there is what you're doing in your house. Some of us, we have nasty practices. The same thing you see us doing on the street, go and look where we live in, and you'll see the same practice that we're doing. We have to be more conscious of the health situation in our country. We look as a healthy nation. We seem like a healthy nation, but that don't totally have to be, correct, Because some of the practices I see that we're doing, it's alarming. We are creating conditions for different types of disease to attack us. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, continue to educate the people of this country, right, as to the good health practices. The garbage companies, right? And so, good morning, Ms. Roden, and the members and staff of the is WAMAS, it is? Nazim? WAMAS, the disposal authority, garbage authority, solid waste. Good morning to all the workers there, Ms. Roden and her crew, and so on. Continue to do a good job educating and providing information to the nation as to the proper disposal of your garbage. It is time we take full responsibility of what goes on in our surroundings. The things that we practice out there in the street is the things that our children will emulate and will do it, will adopt it. When they see you dispose of your waste anywhere around the yard and then you still have the guts to turn around and ask them to go and sweep the yard. When you yourself is not practicing, good hygiene. Come on, we need to do better as responsible persons. If we do the right things, our children would emulate it because that is what they are seeing. They practice and they do what they see us doing. Yes, they have their own things that they do as children, but the majority of the things that they do is a reflection of us, the elderly, the ones who are supposed to set the example. And garbage disposal is one of the things that as responsible persons, parents, and persons within the community, we are not doing right. We are not practicing proper disposal. It's not a joke. And I will continue to call on all of us to keep on practicing good, healthy, and wanted things around our community. That is the only way, right, we can go forward. The government can do what they want to do. Solid waste will do what they have to do. But if we as a people continue to not practice proper disposal of unwanted waste we will be spinning top in mud. We will be continuing to blame solid waste. We will be continuing to blame the different garbage company who come and collect and dispose of the garbage we will continue to do that, but not blame ourselves. And that is where the problem is. We ourselves have to continue good practices when it comes to health. The number is 440-7377. Give us a call, right? Make your contribution. It's an open line. Don't mind me. I talk a lot, because when I see things that affect not just myself, my family, but the nation as a whole, I will talk about it. Right? I will continue to talk about it. And I will continue to talk about persons who continue to malign Grenada. Yeah, just flipping on the topic a bit because it's related. There are persons out there who are living in Grenada, Grenadians, and who continue to paint Grenada in a bad light. The worst thing happen is Grenada. They cannot see the good thing that the people of Grenada are striving to accomplish. They are only preaching doom and gloom for this nation. We have to stop that. As a people, we must be conscious of where we want to go, and together we will go there. It is not about the politicians. It is about us as a people doing what needs to be done. But when persons go on radio and social media and continue to spread false information about Grenada, to continue to malign and to paint Grenada in a bad light, I will continue to speak about them and expose them for who and what they are. They are not patriotic. In my view, they are not Grenadian. When you continue to do that, when you continue to paint Grenada in a bad light, and you know you're lying, you know you're not giving the right information, you know you continue to spread propaganda as to what is going on in Grenada, and so don't expect me to be on air, to have an opportunity to let people know that what you're saying is a lie and is not the truth. Don't expect me not to do that. I will continue to do that. I will continue to expose all of you who feel that Grenada belongs to you and you alone. But it's all of us. This country is becoming slowly but surely a country of inclusiveness. Dr. Mitchell, Prime Minister of this country and leader of the NNP party, on numerous occasions has made that appeal as the leader, as Prime Minister, to all organizations within Grenada to be a part of the development, the forward movement of our country. No one must be left behind. No one. Get involved. Grenada is the big picture. Grenada is a project. We must be part and parcel of building that project, guiding it, and showing that it's a success. We must stop, continue to backbite and to point fingers at each other when Grenada is suffering. It is time for us to come together, put away the political games and trickery and whatever, the blame game, and come together. The new National Party, led by Dr. Mitchell, has been given a mandate by a majority of the people in Grenada, a vast majority of people in Grenada, to govern. And that is what they will do. That is what Dr. Mitchell and his team will continue to do for the next 5 years. Ensure that the best is brought to Grenada. Sometimes I want to say to hell with all those who continue to not be a part of this development. But no, we can't. We cannot think like that. It's a country for all of us. It's a country for the future, for the children of our country, whether it's yours, mine, or the politicians, or whoever own. We must do our best to come together to make Grenada the beautiful, the most beautiful country that we claim that it is. In one stroke or one open of the mouth and so talk come out, oh, Grenada is this and that and all sorts of things going on. And the other part, you leave and you go somewhere and you argue with somebody, but Grenada is the best country. What kind of twisted tongue some of you have? We have to be proud of what we have. We may not be perfect, We are not perfect. We cannot do it alone. You think Dr. Mitchell and the NNP in government can do it alone? No, they can't. And he has said that. The country needs all hands on board, all hands together to make Grenada a better place for all of us. The social compact, the organization, different organizations that meet with government on a monthly basis with Dr. Mitchell to give ideas and direction as to where Grenada should go. It is important for us to move together. No one must be left behind. Whether you agree with who is governing or not, the big picture must be Grenada. What we as a people can do for our country and not what the country can do for us. Or what a few politicians can do. Together we must make Grenada great. We must continue to make Grenada stand out. We have been doing that for the last couple of years economically. Growth in our economy has moved as far as 5%. The workers of our country are faring better. The unions are having more productive negotiations with the leadership of this country to ensure the workers' benefits are protected. I mean, over the last 5 years, you have not seen, I've seen unprecedented levels of cooperation between government and unions. The workers of this country are glad that they have leadership in this country that will pay attention to what is bothering them. We must continue along that path. We must get everyone involved. The other stakeholders, the churches, non-governmental organizations, other political organizations. This is the time to build Grenada. This is not the time to campaign. March 13th was the climax. Dr. Mitchell and the NNP won all 15 seats. A mandate to govern this country. Let us together. We're not asking persons to be buddy and friends or whatever, but to build Grenada, we must come together. The meeting of the minds must be important. There are too much good ideas here in Grenada that we should not make the mistake and don't use them. Too much brilliant people in this country that can help Grenada propel to move faster than it is. But some of you just decide to stay on the back seat instead of contributing, but criticizing, not constructively, but to destabilize this country. And we must stop it. We all have to live here. We have to be proud of what we ourselves are making. You want to live in your house, bring up your family, everything the best way you think possible, right? And expect that you should be an example. That is what we want Grenada to be. But when you want to have a home, you're doing what you need to do, and then you turn around and criticizing what is going on in your house. That don't make any sense. You want to build and then you mashing up while you're building. Come on, we need to think straight. We need to figure out what we want. The leadership of this country is guiding this country in the right way. Economically, Grenada is moving. Right? Educationally, Grenada is moving. The health situation in our country has moved a long way from where it was. Presently, when you look at Maribor Hospital, when you look at the General Hospital and you see the improvement over the last 5 years of the services that have been provided to our people, right? You have to be proud of what is being done. We are not there. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. When we think of the health insurance that is about to come on stream, we are not there yet, but we are getting there. the leadership of this country is putting things in place to accommodate this smooth flow, not just ideas, but things that can make Grenada great. Proper health care. The agricultural system is moving. The education system is taking a toll. We've seen our young people getting more involved in different type of skills, expanding the curriculums. And so, focusing on what they want to be and not what you parents want them to be. Because we have to give them an opportunity to think for themselves and not force things down their mouth. That is what Grenada is all about. Opportunities for its people, including our young ones, to decide their future. As parents, we must not dictate to them what you want them to do, but have a discussion with them. Encourage them to do something that will benefit them and the country in the future. The leadership of this country is leading from in front, not behind. The education system has been improving. We have seen it. We have seen a number of scholarships over the years, right, given to our young people to enhance their ability to perform, right, and to give back to their country. We must continue along that path. Yes, there will be criticism. There will be people who will just want to criticize and don't want to see, well, I can't say they don't want to see good done for Grenada, you know, but they don't want to see anything good happening in Grenada under the NNP ruled by Dr. Mitchell, who has been the most senior and successful politician and leader that this country ever had. There is no mistake about that. Under Dr. Mitchell watch as Prime Minister, we have seen Grenada develop, with so much stride. We have seen things that happen in Grenada that, it's amazing. You've never seen other countries as yet. Grenada has been leading over the last couple of years infrastructural development, the boosting of tourism, agricultural development. Right now, government has taken an initiative into public-private partnership when it comes to agriculture and the equipments used for example, the plows and the tractors used to enhance agriculture. Right, government is moving in a direction to involve more people to ensure the service is being provided, right, more effectively for the farmers. Agriculture, we have to feed ourselves. The food security of our country must be maintained. That is the direction the government is moving through the Ministry of Agriculture, led by Honorable Yulan B. Horsford. Let us get involved. The health of our country, we moving. When I was just saying, when you look at the improvement of the different hospitals and so on, the health facilities, right? The introduction of primary health care and trying to enhance it, ensuring that every single person is treated equally when it comes to health. That is what people vote for. That is what people want to see in their lives, betterment. And they know betterment will not come just tomorrow, but it's a continuous process. You would never wake up and see the health system in our country is perfect. You wouldn't see that. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Hello. Good morning and welcome.
Hey, Devon.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. But Devon, I want Grenadian to look at yourself. And if you say you are true Grenadian and a patriot, morning. Yeah, Devon?
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm listening to you.
We should be putting country first, people second, and party third. Right? But see what happened now there, man? Yes, some people that they put party first, and people and country, they put them last. And if you are true Grenadian patriot, you always want to see development and progress taking place in your country. Right? Once you're Grenadian, sometimes I will say, I don't care who will do it, right? But once you're doing something to help and to bring development in our country, I will side with it. Right? Because I love my country. I want to see development and progress taking place. And once progress is taking place in our country, I will support. I will support it. But see now what happened now? We have people now, they're looking at the messenger, but they're looking at the message the messenger giving. Right? They won't look at the messenger because they hate the messenger. So they see the message that the messenger giving like something wrong. But I want to say to Grenadians, if we really love our country, look at the development of this party. Right? When the track the government is taking our country for in a forward move. And let us come together for the betterment of the country. Right? And the betterment of everyone. Because anything that happens good, it benefits everyone in one nation. And let us put aside that hate. Because when we walk about with hatred, it makes us old, it makes us sick. Right? Right? So we are in bondage. Let us free ourselves from that hatred. And let us fill our heart with a heart of love. A heart of love, where we love one another. Brother, I want to say to all Grenadians, let us come together to build our country. And if we say we love our country, we should come together, unite as one, to see growth and development and prosperity and peace and stability in our nation, Devon.
All right, my friend. You take care. Yeah, I want my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren growing up to be part of a healthy, progressive, prosperous Grenada. And as a people, we can start laying the foundation right now. I mean, we have a rich history. We can look back at our history and see where we were. Figure out where we were, what went wrong, what good came out of it, and look at where we are right now. Are we in a better place? Could we have done better? Let's analyze, let's have that conversation. And let's look forward, where we are going, where this government is planning to take us, where they want to take the people of this country. Let's have that discussion. Instead of criticizing destructively, maligning our country, let us be part of that discussion to move Grenada forward. And as I was saying, Dr. Mitchell has the stomach, the belly, the fortitude to hold this party and country together to ensure that progress continues. A lot of difficulties along the way, hiccups, ups and downs. But when you have a vibrant leader, a leader that consults with his people, a leader that is in between his people on a daily basis, feel their pain, that is what you want to move us through. So let us give the leadership of this country the support that it needs to continue bringing Grenada forward. Election is done. We have 5 years to put our hands together to make sure Grenada continues to grow. We can't sit down. Not at this point in time. We ain't tired yet. We have a long way to go. You think Kirani James, athletics career done because he win a gold medal? No. He has a long, the example of Grenada is Kirani James. He has done us proud. He has took us from one place in history and bring us to another place. That is the example that we have to continue to emulate. And the journey has not done. Yes, he went through his patch and so, right, illness and whatever thing, and he's bouncing back. That is Grenada. For a number of years, Grenada had its ups and downs, and so, but with good leadership. And so, we have been able to steer this country, led by Dr. Mitchell and his team. Grenadians are feeling more and more comfortable with the governance of this country. As I always say, it is not perfect. Mistakes will continue to be made, but as we make mistakes, we learn from them and correct them as we move forward. Criticism will be there. We expect that, but be constructive. Criticize so we can learn from those criticisms and move forward. Be a teacher. Teach our young ones the right things so they can build a better life for themselves. Let us all help the process for Grenada to move forward. Grenada we cannot do it alone. Together we can do it. And I really want to urge on everyone in this country to continue to participate in the development and the building of this country, no matter what political organization or religious organization you belong to. We all have to live in this country. We all have to be part of this country. When Grenada moves forward and progresses, we all benefit. When Grenada regress for whatever reason, either economically because of difficulties or in whatever, we do it together. As a people, as a nation, we must be able to battle all the different ups and downs together. It is not difficult. It's not an easy thing. It will be difficult, but we must continue to try. Whether you try and fail and you fail to try. And failure is not in the Grenadian dictionary. We don't know nothing about failure. Yeah, we may try to do something or start a process and we may have setbacks. We will regroup and we will move forward again. We will not fail. We will not fail because we will learn from every single example, every single move that we have made in the past. There is a lesson to learn from it. Look at our political history, rich. The different leaders from way back as Sir Eric Gary, Skyred 1951, when Sir Eric Matthew Gary came onto the scene, swept Grenada, and was a dominant figure in the political arena for a long time, right up to 1996. The dominance of Sir Eric Matthew Gary and his organization was felt in Grenada during that period. Rich history. We fought colonialism. We made changes to a lot of things, right, that we become accustomed to, but it's not to our likings and not to our belief. So we had to change it. The revolution came, a period of 4.5 years. Young, energetic leaders led by Morris Bishop and the New Jewel movement. In the space of 4.5 years, we have seen so many things happening in Grenada, good and bad. Yeah, we must not just talk about the good, but talk about the bad. Let's round it up. Let's be balanced so that our young people can learn the history of our country so they can know the mistakes that was made before must not be made again. Yes, let's look at our history. The revolution has taught us a lot of things. It helped educate us, a lot of us, through the CP. Give a lot of us, hundreds of young Grenadians, families who have never get the opportunity to go to study in Cuba to become doctors, dentists, engineers, vets, and everything like that. The revolution gave that opportunity to our young ones during the revolution. It continued up to this day. Up to this day, Dr. Mitchell and the NNP has continued along that line, preparing the future of this country. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, the future of our country lies right here within us. Good morning to all of you on the live. Hey, Blossom, good morning to you. And how you doing? I hope everyone is fine out there in London. Chris, I've not seen you. And to all of you, hey, who might be just listening, paying attention, hey, good day to you, and I hope you're having an enjoyable day. All right? Our political history is rich, and we can learn from it. Yes, we had a lot of things going on through the revolution, and undoubtedly it was one of the most active political period in our history. We had all sorts of things. We had development. We had the birth of the international airport, Maurice Bishop International Airport, where we saw the construction started and was continued after the revolution to what it is right now. The CP program has taught a lot of us, our parents, to learn to read and write and to understand. It also brought within us the whole community spirit within us. That togetherness. It also brought pain and suffering to a number of Grenadians. We must be mindful of that. We must not distort history. But we can fix it. If we face it together, we can fix it. We can let those who are waiting to move on, those who are waiting to take up leadership of this country, our children, if we fix it and if we express ourselves in the right way and share the information of the past, our future will only be bright. This country will stand on a foundation that is unprecedented. The history of the revolution, good and bad, must be taught. Of Sir Eric Matthew Gary's tenure in politics must be taught to our young ones. There are examples that they must emulate and they must not be part of. In 1985, when we saw parliamentary democracy return to Grenada, we saw the coming together in 1984-85 of different political minds, different walks of life coming together to restore democracy to Grenada, led by Herbert Blaise, Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, God bless his soul. That is part of our history. Dr. Mitchell, who is Prime Minister right now, was part of that. The late Prime Minister George Brizan was part of that. Dr. Francis Alexis, Mr. Kenny Lal Singh, former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, former Prime Minister Ben Jones, Sir Nicholas Bruffett. They were all part of the restoration of parliamentary democracy for Grenada. And look, we are now seeing the fruits, some of us say the ripe mangoes, the ripe fruits, bearing right now. We can eat it, we can taste it, we can suck it. Look at the new parliament building we have as an example to democracy of our country. We have come a long way. Now we have a proper, decent home after the previous home was destroyed by Hurricane Ivan. Now the democracy of our country can continue in its home. We have to be proud of that, and those who lay the foundation for that. Let us give the history of our country as it is. Let us not distort it. Not because we do not like a particular politician or a person, we must hide the good things that they have done. Dr. Mitchell is an example of that. For more than 30 years, he has contributed his life towards the development of this country as a politician. Giving up all what he had achieved personally to coming back here and serve in this country, together with a number of other Grenadians. But Dr. Mitchell, with his drive, with his personality, understood that, look, Grenada has to move from where it is. Grenada has to be a different country from where it was in the 90s and the 80s. The development of our country must be propelled. And he started that march together with a number of other politicians. And look at where we are right now. Still standing. Over 70 years now, over 70 years old or young, Dr. Mitchell is there standing, leading this country into prosperity. A lot of us may not agree with everything that he's doing as a leader. Yes, we can agree to disagree. But he has a vision to move Grenada forward. And he has been doing that for the last 30 years. And we must respect and be proud of that. Let us emulate the persons who have contributed and continuing to contribute towards the development of this beautiful country. Let us stop being hypocrites because we don't like Dr. Mitchell, and so we'll malign and say dirty things and bad things about some of the development that he was able to bring Grenada to create employment for the same Grenadian people, our people, for us. We sit on radios and in discussions and say, in Dr. Mitchell's tenure, nothing is done in Grenada. What a big lie. I mean, where is your conscience to sit there and have a discussion and say that no development has taken place under the leadership of Dr. Mitchell? What a big lie. What a hypocrite most of those of you who are saying that are. Serving this country is not an easy role. It is not. Persons give up their personal life to get into politics where the public get to know more of you and to be involved in your everyday life. It's not an easy thing. Politicians must be respected for the sacrifice that they continue to make for the development of this country. A lot of us continue talking, but how much of us will put ourselves in their shoes to serve their country at this highest level? How much of us have the belly to do that? But instead of supporting them and encouraging them and advising them, we continue to malign them and call them all sorts of names, devious names, corrupted and thieves and what, and forgetting the contribution that they have been making over the number of years. You could imagine mothers, women, teachers, public servants, women who left their comfort zone and to be part of politics, to be part of the leadership, to lead this country into a better path, and we continue to criticize them and malign them and call them all sorts of names. And so they are serving this country with distinction. They have given up their comfort zone to expose themselves to what Grenada is going through, to try and make it better. And we must appreciate that. Good morning and we missed that caller. My friends, brothers and sisters, I've been talking about these issues because it affects all of us. It continues to create problems for the forward movement of this country. It is time for us to grow up. It is time for us to be mature, to accept the things that we cannot change. We cannot change the leadership of this country until there is another election or they all choose to resign. It is the wish of the majority of the Grenadian people. So we have to respect it and work with it. We may not agree with it. But for the future and for the betterment of this country, we must work with it. In 2013, when Dr. Mitchell, as he always said, made that call, when he said that he cannot do it alone, he as a leader and NNP as a party cannot do it alone. And he's begging and asking persons to come on board to be a part of this new process. Some answered the call, some refused. But that didn't daunt him. Up to this day, even after March 13th, 2018, he still continued to call on all the organizations of this country, political and non-political, non-governmental, to be part of the building process of this country, because we all will benefit. When Grenada moves forward, we all move forward with it. No one must be left behind. So stop thinking that if you do not support Dr. Mitchell and the New National Party into governance, that to hell with Grenada. No, we cannot think so. Good morning and welcome.
Oh, good morning. Hold on, because I'm here at a real high. Hold on, come in.
Yes, Mr. Jacob, you there? Hello. Well, I guess Mr. Jacob went to lower radio.
Yes, Papa, I'm back.
Yes, Mr. Jacob.
Yes, darling. Oh, God, you're giving me food for thought. And
Thank
you
you.
bring me right back. I'll
Yeah.
give you some history. You want to hear history? I will give you some history.
Teach me, Mr.
When Uncle Gary was alive and well, that evening we had a meeting, government house. They will have meeting sometime. We have a meeting down there. And he say, well, he going to bring a young man that to govern the country after he. I sick, almost going to 60-something years behind politician, eh? So I know. Let me tell you. When the next Friday reach, everybody, man, who want to go in veranda, here we want to see who's that person Uncle bringing to take over after he. But when he reach, say good afternoon. What you all doing in the veranda? It's not in the veranda I have in meeting. You all get inside for me, please. See me, I so shot. And I had time thing before everybody and I gone by the window. Yes,
You like
I go by the
Zacchaeus?
window to see who is that handsome fella they bringing. Who is that young man he bringing for us? Papa. Oh.
And who was that?
Eh?
Who was that?
Eh?
Who was that young man?
We are coming to it. When the young man reach, when the vehicle reach with that young man, Papa, I don't be in front. And who they had to get a bench and make sure the bench well settled for that young man. And the young man is the Honorable Dr. Kit Mitchell, Claudius Mitchell. Papa, when meeting over, Uncle Gary say, who for his side, stay on his side. Because I am a Garyite. And he say, who for Kit's side? I say, I going for the Honorable Dr. Kit Mitchell's side. He say, what?
Youthfulness.
Jacob, you get a nice green lime. I say, yes, uncle, I like the green one, but I want it to them. Yes. From that day, are they right up to Kit, up to no, I don't branch off.
And
no.
And you ain't going nowhere.
I don't go, well, I ain't see nothing to come again. I tell you, 50, almost 60-something years behind position. Because I 70, you are going 71 years.
What? You're a young girl still, man. Anyhow, Miss Jacob.
And anything come up the road, I don't see nothing better than the Honorable Dr. Kit Mitchell. No, never.
All right, so have a wonderful day.
Continue under the Honorable Dr. Kit Mitchell. Doc, you have a wonderful and a blessed day, sweetheart. Don't let nobody dampen your spirit. Jacob, they can't come to me to get to you. No, they can't make it.
All right.
Have a wonderful day, baby.
Okay, Miss Jacob.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I continue to say, I mean, the political history in Grenada, man, is so rich. I mean, so many leaders passed through and passing through, and we have learned so much, of them. There are a few that stand out, and we continue to talk of them, right? And so Dr. Mitchell is a pillar of this country at this point in time. For over 30 years, he has dedicated and sacrificed his life towards the development of this country. Think about it, to those of us who was around after the revolution, right? 1984 coming up. Look at the development, and so that was in Grenada. Look at where we were. Look at us. But look at us now. How did we get here? Did a miracle happen? How did we have the new cruise ship terminal? It wasn't a miracle. Silver Sands. wasn't a miracle. So many developments around this country that you can tag and say, look, man, I remember 20, 30 years ago what this place was like. Look at the lagoon. Now Kirani James Boulevard. Those of us who can remember from where we were to where we are right now and where we are preparing to go. Don't be afraid of it. Right? We were not scared back in the 80s and so as to where we wanted to go. So we must not be scared now. We must continue to have that fortitude to be part of the development. Whether it's under Dr. Mitchell as Prime Minister or someone else as Prime Minister. He is the leader at this point in time. And development will continue under him as leader until the people, a majority of the people of Grenada say so. Make no mistake about that. It cannot change. They have confidence in his leadership. They have stated clearly that, look, for Grenada to move from where it is and continue to move from where it is right now, Dr. Mitchell and the new National Party have to be in the driver's seat. And they said it on March 13th, 2018. Not by giving, out of the 15 seats, giving one party 5 or 8 or another one 7 or whatever. No, all 15 seats are total mandate to do what is necessary to keep Grenada moving. We can't sit down. We can't stop that forward movement of this country. Our children is dependent on us as parents and leaders to make it right for them, to make a foundation so they can propel. You think you want to leave a country for our young ones in the next 10, 15 years that they have to work twice and 3 times as hard as what we had to do? No, it is not fair to them. We must do what is necessary to make that condition favorable and good for them to continue the development of this country. Dr. Mitchell and the NNP is already doing that. Look at the young people in the Imani program, right? The opportunities they have to develop. You can imagine at this point in time you have another 4,000 or 5,000 young people on the side of the road or homes doing nothing. Think of it. It is an ongoing process. The Imani program or these programs are not cast in stone, or they are not perfect. There are a lot of room for improvement. But it is a good program for young people to get involved in, right? To continue their development after college, after secondary school and primary school. They must be given hope and opportunities, right? To know that there is a future for them. We cannot leave them hanging. Not because they didn't propel academically in secondary school, we must leave them on the wayside. No. We must engage them. And the Imani program has been doing just that, giving them hope, giving them encouragement that there is a future ahead for them. That is what it's all about. Look at what is going on in the Ministry of Education. Led by a bright, brilliant, wonderful young lady, Honorable Emmeline Pierre, and ably supported by MP Moses, Honorable Moses. 2 brilliant persons within the Ministry of Education, with good staff, with persons who are dedicated to ensure that the children of this country is properly educated, and we must continue to give them the support. We must encourage them. As parents and as teachers, we must give them the ideas and suggestions as to how best to bring up our children. Because remember, we are giving them that opportunity to prepare programs and the way forward for the educating of our children. Let's be part of that process. They cannot do it alone. They are not bound with all the ideas. They need the parents, they need the teachers, they need the average man on the block to contribute towards the education of our children. We have to continue to be part and parcel of this process, this continued process of development for our country. Our agricultural system, right, must be supported, continued supported by the government. Help the farmers more, as you have been doing. Yes, they need much more help, but you are doing it with the constraints based on what you have. But yet for all, we have still seen the development and the propelling of our agriculture to different, new and higher heights. Yes, it has moved from where it is, from where it was to where it is right now. Much more young farmers or even farmers are benefiting from what is going on right now in agriculture. We are not there yet. The Ministry of Health, we can safely say, that is on the way to fixing the health system of this country, led by Parliamentary Representative and Honorable Nicholas Steele. In my view, a very good manager. He has been able to transform the health system to where it was, to where it is right now. Imagine you had between 2008 and 2013 a government in office, seeing a massive structure begun, right, by Dr. Mitchell and the NNP before 2008. And you spent 4 years and not one thing was done to enhance that building or to continue that process to make the health system of our country better. You ignored it. No wonder why you out of political office. And so, because you have not contributed toward the development of our country. Health is wealth for our nation. But Dr. Mitchell and his team, as soon as coming back into office in 2013, made it a priority to continue the development of that new wing of our general hospital, the enhancement of the other 2 main hospitals in our country, Maribor and in Karakou, and the continued development of our primary health sector, right? The medical stations around the place, health centers, right? The increasing of the number of nurses and doctors located at these places. Better healthcare service is there right now. It's not the best. We can do much better, and we are moving towards that. Look at so many things. Look at the infrastructural development of our country over the last 20, 25 years. And you'll see where we were and where we are at right now. Look at the community roads. And you know, people talk about, oh, the roads are not this and the roads are that, and the government isn't doing this road. You know what? In my entire life, I have never seen and witnessed, right, the roads of our country, especially the inroads, the community roads, not the main road, but the community roads, properly developed and taken care of. Now, that is a government that cares about the people and where they live, their surroundings, their environment. When you take care of the people where they live and you make them comfortable, they are happy. They are happy because they can come out of their homes and walk and drive in the road closest to them with comfort. They appreciate that with proper drainage. They appreciate that because you are touching their soul. Yes, the government is doing these things with all the constraints that they have. Look at the workers of this country. They have been benefiting from the last 4 years from this government. Trying to meet their demands, negotiating. What a caring government. Over $100 million in the last 4 years have been given to workers as benefits. Yes, it belongs to them. They have been able to advance negotiation, and so with government, things that they never did before. And you sit there and telling people that nothing is going on in Grenada, only thing is going on in Grenada is chaos and everything like that. What a liar. What such distortion of the truth of what is going on in Grenada. Grenada is a peaceful, loving, kind, and developing nation, led by a leader who has, as I said, sacrificed and dedicated his life towards giving back to his people. And we must appreciate, the role that these politicians, some of them, have been playing over the last number of years in helping Grenada propel. And Dr. Mitchell has stand out for the last 30 years. No question and bones about it. You can don't like him, you can vex with him, you can your face is yours. But the truth is the truth. He has been the most successful politician Grenada have seen in the last 50 years. Undoubtedly the truth. And I challenge anybody else for saying anything. And the facts are there, I'm not just speaking with the wit of my mouth. The facts are there. I have not always been a supporter or follower of Dr. Mitchell as a leader or NNP, but I've come to realize with all what's there, the opportunities that has been given by the new National Party, right, is much better for the people of this country, for the young people of this country to prepare. I want my children to have a future. I want them to look up to a leader and say, look, he has been the one propelling the development of this country. He has been caring for the young people of this country. Who other leader has been doing that besides, the revolution has placed a lot of emphasis on the young people. Dr. Mitchell, right, has continued on that road and showing that the future of this country, right, is healthy and ready to move. When he decides to pass that baton on in terms of leadership, right, politics, and so, there must be a foundation for the younger ones to take example, right, to emulate what has been done, to change the things that have not been working, and to bring in fresh and new ideas. The conditions are right for our young people to pick that up and move with it. They are not being stifled. They are being given opportunities to help propel the development, and that is what we want in a party and a leader for this country. We don't want no hypocrites. We don't want no selfish person who only think of themselves. We need leaders, politicians who would provide service to country and not to self, who must be able to give up what they have to serve this nation, right, and not their selfish needs. And we have seen that by a number of politicians. One typical example is the Honorable Delma Thomas. Happy birthday again to you, ma'am. And so, at one point in time, and she said it for herself, she had to break her child cash pan, and so to give, and so to persons who needed it. I'm not encouraging that practice for everybody to do, but when someone is in need and you can help, you will move mountains to help. And these are the kind of leaders and politicians that we want in this country, so the young ones can take example of. Not selfish, but be helpful, be loving, be kind, and caring about who you represent. No wonder why the NNP won all 15 seats, because when you look at every single candidate, as far north as Karakud, down south to the Man of Steel, you will see persons that are caring, that want to see Grenada move forward. Not just one group of people, but a majority of people. That is why they are there, serving this country. Grenada, we have a wonderful country. Grenadians, we have a wonderful country. We have good leadership. We have a conscious-minded population who know what they want, who would at any moment tell the leaders of this country that, look, this direction that you are going is not the one that we want, and you have to change it. Yes, that is the kind of people we are. We have a beautiful country. We are moving. The development of this country is greater than ever before. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is promise. There is movement to even better heights, to better standard of living for our people. But we must do it together. We must stop the backbiting, the hypocrisy, the maligning, the lying, the deceitful and distorted information that we share every day on different airwaves and the social media about this country. We must be proud of where we live. We must appreciate the persons who are serving in the leadership position, who are sacrificing, giving up their families, time and soul, right, to come and sacrifice for this country. We must appreciate them. And to you leaders out there, continue to serve with distinction. The people of Grenada don't expect you to be perfect, but they expect you to try your best, to do your best to serve them. They may want what they want, but they will understand when you explain to them that what they can get based on what you can do, what the government can afford to do at this point in time. Because remember, we don't print money. We still ask for aid from donors and so. We still ask for that. We still get that. Our economy, basically, taxes, tourism, agriculture to a lesser extent, and so. That is how we raise money to run the business of our affairs. So we must appreciate the leaders we have who have been, in my view, excellently executing, right, that mission that they are charged with. Taking charge of the economy of Grenada with the limited resources that is available to them. Sometimes I wonder if Dr. Mitchell and his team, they are miracle workers. When you see the type of things that you get done, right, based on the limited resources that we have available. But to take dedicated, loving, kind persons to serve people, not themselves, but people. They will benefit along the way, but their primary goal is to serve people because they have been given an opportunity to do so. Grenada is a wonderful place where all of us must be proud of our leaders, proud of our children, proud of what us as a people are continuing to do. We are on the move. And nobody can go stop this little country from moving. Led by Dr. Mitchell and the NNP team, Grenada will move from where it is to higher heights, to better development, more progress. We can't sit down. We will ensure that we are the shining example of the Caribbean. We will always be the leader. We will always take the lead and others will always follow. It has always been so, and we must continue because we have the ability to lead and to set proper examples. It has been a wonderful morning. This morning, speaking to you, sharing ideas and so. My name is Devon Romain, and this is Hard Talk. We have come to the end of this program, and thanks for everyone who have been with us online, via air, on the radios and so, and who has made contributions. Right? On behalf of the entire Hard Talk family, I say, have a pleasant afternoon and may God bless you all. Thank you.
My enemies' walls are bound to crumble, and to the floor their spears will fall. I been made and sealed.
Grenada to use World Bank funds to increase opportunities in the blue economy. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Grenada will soon roll out programs geared towards increasing opportunities in the country's blue economy as it takes advantage of a $30 million development policy credit from the World Bank. During government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday, Minister for Climate Resilience, Senator Simon Steele, said for Grenada, this means implementing projects that can contribute to the management and protection of resources, making the country more resilient in the transition to a blue economy.
How can Grenada better take advantage of all of the economic opportunities that are rated in the billions of dollars? I think globally, the blue economy is valued at many trillions of dollars. So this covers areas from fisheries, it covers areas such as yachting, shipping, the cruise industry. Also capitalizing on the marine resources that exist, whether that's oil and gas, whether it is other minerals that exist within our waters. But how can Grenada sustainably take advantage of all of those opportunities? So this policy loan will focus on specific areas that will help us protect and sustainably develop our marine resources.
The World Bank says a successful transition to a blue economy means that Grenada would better manage and protect the health of its rich marine resources and achieve greater growth and prosperity from the ocean. Senator Steele explained how the $65 million total credit that Grenada received from the World Bank will be disbursed.
$30 million is used for budgetary support, so it is to support government's initiatives, various programs. It could also be used to pay down debt. The government has relative free range as to how it could best apply those funds. So it could either be to strengthen its fiscal situation, which certainly the paying down of debt will enable us to do, but also programs, whether it's in education, whether it's healthcare, whether it's social development, housing, tourism, etc. It can be used to support and provide us with budgetary support. The other areas, the other 35 million, those will be linked to, as I had explained earlier, the development of this blue development policy. So identifying very specific interventions that will help grow our blue economy.
How much of our personal information are we unwittingly giving away when we access public Wi-Fi? A Grenada-born, New York-based cyber security specialist says we need to be careful when we use spots that everyone has access to. Ms. Joan Mark, who is originally from St. David and who has been involved in technology for more than 30 years, says once public login is required, there is the danger that our personal information can be stolen.
Here's the danger with using a public computer. Even when there is a padlock showing that there's encryption between your device and the access point, what's giving you access to the internet, even then there is something called keyloggers. The computer you're using can record your keystrokes. So even then they will know the keystrokes you use. So if anything requires a public login, I tell people don't use it. Even something as innocuous as you might say, okay, in an airport, let me charge my you have UBS charger? USB chargers?
Yes.
USB chargers, I tell people, some of them are power only. Some are power and data, and they can capture your data.
Her advice for those using credit cards: practice internal vigilance.
Don't go on the internet and just put in your credit card. A guy might tell you he's from this office online, and they're collecting for a charity. We all want to give. That's human nature, especially Grenadians. They're very giving people. I know that. But you don't know the person behind that line. You might see a person that's to be someone from the clergy, or to be from the school, or I can just download your picture online.
False impressions.
Exactly. I might say I'm calling from this school, and I know that I get the principal, I get the school's logo online, and I create this fictitious page. And next thing you know, you're giving money, you're giving your credit card to a scam artist. So eternal vigilance is what I preach to everybody in business and in everyday use. Be very stingy with your credit card. Be very stingy in giving out information about yourself or anyone else.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Pull your phone, tap the screen.
double times road match winners.
2016, 2017, and 2018. We're going to make some history in Grenada.
Last year, it was mass. This year is just more mass.
Talking about Spice Mass 2018. We want everybody to come, support, and let's have a good time on the Spice Isle. It's all about enjoyment and fun. Pretty mass and colors and jab and everything. So we just want everybody to unite, and it's all about tapping the screen.
They can't wait for us to come. Remember, come and experience the greatest carnival of all.
And also come and experience the beaches and the beautiful island, right? It's all about 2018 Spice Mass Carnival. Come enjoy.
Last night I drink the rum and I falling numb, but I know this morning I'm waking up. Tap the screen.
Pull your phone. Remember, it's going to be epic. 2018 Mass.
We're not giving up. We're not giving up. Sound the drum, boy. And I'm winding down and I'm getting out tonight. Standing firm, boy.
Continuing the news, the Grenada government moves closer to transforming the T.A. Marisho Community College into the region's premier tertiary education institution with the appointment of a new president. That announcement was made by Minister Simon Steele during the government's weekly post-cabinet media brief on Tuesday. Canadian resident Dr. Judelyn Innocent has been appointed president of TAMCC from a list of several international, regional and local candidates.
A teaching and management professional of Caribbean descent. She is currently the executive dean of Durham Community College in Canada. And Durham Community College has 350 faculty members. It has over 6,000 students and a budget of 32 million Canadian dollars. So a significant educational institute, and an educational institute with a very good reputation. The search process was headed by an international agency. Over 115 applications were received from all over the world. The Caribbean, including Grenadian applicants, the United States, Canada, Asia, Europe, and the Middle East.
Senator Steele says government and TAMCC have been in dialogue with international universities to steer the course for the transformation, which will focus on educational attainment as well as curriculum and staff development.
Strengthening the management of the college, there is a belief that TAMCC can achieve far more than it's already achieving. So strengthening the management, and then the second area of focus is strengthening the academic attainment within the college. So the academic credentials, the strength of our graduating students would be enhanced. And this is in partnership with McMaster University. We would have spoken many times about this partnership with McMaster University, an Ivy League university from Canada, together with the Petner Foundation.
Dr. Innocent begins a 5-year tenure at the start of the new school term in September. In the meantime, the search continues for 2 vice presidents and a director to complete the team to spearhead the transformation process. The Global Environment Facility, GEF, through the Small Grant Program, the SGP, is providing technical and financial resources for the construction of a solar wall drying system at Mount Horn Cocoa Fermentary in St. Andrew. The goal is to increase Grenada's cocoa drying capacity in a clean, sustainable, cost-effective manner in order to create resilience against climate change. The first phase of the project is completed at a cost of $166,851 with $89,000 contributed by GEF. This technology utilizes energy from the sun to produce heat as an alternative to burning hydrocarbons. Traditionally, Grenadian cocoa farmers dried their cocoa beans outdoors. However, changing weather conditions in recent years, including heavy rains during traditionally dry seasons, are forcing farmers to rely more on indoor artificial drying, in which air is heated and blown across the beans. And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.